In this podcast episode, Dr. Phil discusses various issues related to academia, mainstream media, and societal trends. He expresses concern about the declining academic performance of students in Illinois public schools, particularly in math and reading proficiency. He highlights the disparity in educational outcomes, with some schools spending a significant amount per student but still not achieving desired results. Dr. Phil points out that many school systems have adopted teaching programs that are not yielding positive results. He emphasizes the importance of measuring competency objectively and adjusting teaching methods accordingly. He criticizes the decision to shut down schools during the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to gaps in learning that have not been adequately addressed. Dr. Phil discusses the impact of technology, particularly smartphones and the internet, on the younger generation. He notes that excessive use of social media can lead to feelings of inadequacy and comparison with unrealistic portrayals online. He highlights how social media companies manipulate algorithms to keep users hooked on their platforms. He explains how this can lead to increased anxiety and depression among young people. He criticizes the lack of consideration for the well-being of users in favor of maximizing ad revenue. Dr. Phil expresses concern about the lowering of academic standards in universities and the push for equality of outcome rather than equality of opportunity. He argues that merit should be the basis for success, not a predetermined outcome. He criticizes the trend of lowering standards to accommodate students' lack of interest or background in certain subjects. Dr. Phil discusses the prevalence of a victimhood mentality in society, where individuals compete to claim victim status. He criticizes the trend of using victimhood as a status symbol and the dangers of conflating real trauma with fabricated claims. He emphasizes the importance of competence and merit in a competitive world. Dr. Phil highlights the absurdity of language policing and political correctness in academia and corporate settings. He gives examples of extreme measures taken to avoid offending individuals, such as using gender-neutral terms and avoiding certain words or phrases. He criticizes the virtue signaling and lack of focus on real issues in these environments. Dr. Phil praises the entrepreneurial mindset for its focus on results rather than virtue signaling. He contrasts this with the restrictive nature of academia and corporate environments that prioritize political correctness over merit. He emphasizes the importance of individual agency and independence in navigating societal trends. Dr. Phil expresses concerns about the level of coordination among activists and the impact it has on society. He believes that some individuals may comply with certain ideologies out of fear of losing their jobs or facing backlash. However, he also notes that the pendulum is starting to swing back, with people pushing back against forced endorsements of certain beliefs. Dr. Phil highlights the dangers of rewriting history and language to fit current ideologies, citing examples like changing book content and tearing down statues. He criticizes the practice of presentism, where current standards are applied to historical figures, leading to a distorted view of the past. He emphasizes the importance of learning from history and not erasing or altering it to suit modern sensibilities. Dr. Phil discusses the attack on family values and relationships in modern society, citing examples of sextortion and the breakdown of family communication. He believes that strong family units are essential for a healthy society and laments the lack of open communication and support within families. He encourages parents to talk to their children about important issues and maintain strong relationships to prevent crises like sextortion. Dr. Phil advocates for resilience and problem-solving as key principles for navigating challenges in life. He emphasizes the importance of being true to oneself and making decisions based on rationality and results. He encourages individuals to focus on solving problems rather than winning arguments, as he believes that constructive dialogue and open-mindedness are essential for progress. Dr. Phil stresses the importance of fact-checking and accurate communication, especially in the age of misinformation and online discourse. He describes his rigorous research process for ensuring the accuracy of information presented on his show and in his book. He acknowledges the need for open dialogue and respectful communication, even in the face of criticism or differing opinions.